Hi there, welcome to another edition of Pitchside. Thank you so much for always, sharing that content and, also commenting and giving us feedback about the show. We really do appreciate. We are at Kayonza Sports Center. This is definitely the spot where you come through and get all your quality sports equipment from club jerseys, Manchester United, Arsenal, PSG, name it, are all here at an affordable price. Jerseys, ranging between 50,000 and 100,000. You have football boots, those of you who play football in the evening, night football, those of you who are professional players playing the league. This is your spot where you pass by and come and get quality football boots. There are footballs, there are basketballs, sandals, everything high quality sports gear is all found here at Kayonza Sports Center. So I begin the show by urging everyone out there to pass by Kayonza Sports Center. Its location is very near. This is definitely at Kabira Country Club after the traffic lights, or you can say at the Kabira Chisasi Road. Kabira Country Club, Chisasi Road. That's where Kayonza Sports Center is located. So pass by, get yourself quality sports equipment, and let's see how that goes. Now, welcome to Inside Chan 2024, a segment that is specifically dedicated to the ongoing Chan 2024 tournament that is being co-hosted by Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. As you know, we are wrapping up the group stage phase here in Kampala, Uganda. The Cranes, of course, have one more group game to play, and that will happen on Monday against South Africa. But as it stands now, the Cranes are top of Group C on 6 points after as many games played, and of course Algeria, South Africa, and the rest come follow in that order. So today on the show, I am going to be joined by two very big names in Ugandan football. Yes, ex-internationals, they've been there, they've done it, and I can tell you for sure that we are dissecting the situation as regards to the Uganda Cranes and just how Monday will look like by the time that game kicks off. So join me as we welcome again, two very great friends of mine who have played football for the national team. I'll begin with the gentleman on my left. He's my co-host on Inside Chan, Yasser Mugerwa. He's definitely in the building, and he's going to be, saying hello to you. And then, of course, on my right, Brian Umony, also ex-Cranes International. I welcome them on the show, and I think I'll start with Yasser to say hello, then go to Brian, and then we get started with the show. Yasser, welcome to Pitchside, and welcome to Inside Chan once again.
Yeah, thank you, Tabu, Peter, and our viewers for always keeping there and always sharing and watching us wherever they are. Yeah.
All right, that's soft-spoken Yasser. Then, of course, Brian, welcome to Inside Chan 2024 on Pitchside.
Thank you, Peter. Our viewers, I'm very excited to be on this show right here at Kayonza Sports Center.
Okay, so gentlemen, I'm pretty sure that yes, of all the games that the Cranes have played, I'm sure you've had a minute to watch the games or follow up what's happening and catch up with where we are right now. Let's start with the Uganda Cranes journey so far in the Chan tournament. I'll start with you, Brian Umony. The Cranes have put up a show. Of course, started badly against Algeria, lost 3-0, but they've bounced back. Back-to-back wins for the first time in the Chan tournament, including, of course, beating Guinea and Niger. And as we speak now, they are top of the pile. But when you roll it back a bit, after the defeat against Algeria, I think many started saying, looks like the Cranes are back to where it's always been with Chan, struggling to get out of the group stages. But the Cranes have turned things around, and they've picked up back-to-back wins. Well, what's your analysis in how the Cranes managed to turn everything around to win these two games?
Look, Peter, first of all, it was a tough game against Algeria. Everybody saw we were outclassed by a very good team in Algeria. But of course, it also, I would say it was a blessing in disguise for Uganda. And I think it is the reason why we're sitting top today. Because it exposed a lot of mistakes that were done. And for me, I could pick out a mistake probably when I went to Nambole and saw that team. The first thing that was glaring was, for me, the selection. There are certain names that I expected to start. and it was a surprise that they did not appear. And it also showed as well on the park, because, for example, Hillary was left out, Mukundani, and our defense was leaky as well. Herbert Achai was also on the bench on that day, and as well we had a lot of trouble with Algerian wingers. But you see, after these were rectified in the subsequent games, I think there was a big leap, big improvement in our games, and I think it explains why we won those 2 games, because our coaches were brave enough to admit that indeed the selection was not up to par and they had to change the team. And I think that is why we sit top of the pile today.
All right. Yasser, Brian talks about the change in the personnel on the pitch by the co-coaches Fred Mumuza and Mole Biekwaso. But just how much did character play a role in these teams? I mean, in these players fighting back for Uganda to win back-to-back games. Apart from the changes on the team, maybe which other factor would you point out and say this was crucial for Uganda to win back-to-back games?
I'll agree with Brian, first of all, for what he said about the changing players. But still, you can see the players that were changed came with a bit of different character. The character we played against Algeria and Niger and Guinea far different. You can see there's that good fighting spirit between the players. They die a little for the nation. Everyone is trying to fight, and this is giving us positive results. We can all believe what Mukundane came with, and Achai and Pande Regan. Yes. These guys came with that attitude and determination, which has helped us so well, and you can see the result at the moment.
All right. Maybe Brian, you wanted to add something?
Yes. Look, a lot of credit always goes to the players, and rightly so. They deserve the plaudits for giving us a very good show, for recovering from that loss, and winning the subsequent games. But look, the coaches also saw a loophole. Okello in the first game started in the middle of the park, and he had limited space to operate. That guy thrives a lot when he has space. He hurts a lot of teams when he has space to run into, spaces to pass, and it was done in the subsequent games. I think he went to the wing side, I think the right wing, and it gave him an opportunity to be a thorn in the flesh of these teams that followed suit. And I think that tactical shift, that switch, I think explains a lot in our improvement, because even in the second game against Niger, it was the same strategy that was deployed, and it paid dividends. So I think the plaudits should also go to our coaches for being brave enough to change that aspect of the team.
All right. Thank you, Brian, for that insight. The other thing that has gotten people, talking and probably sharing opinions is the formation of the team in the 2 games. Yes, I agree there was change in personnel, but the one factor that we've had is we've had Jude Semogabi lead that line. And the Cranes have so far scored 5 goals. I think of the 5, only one natural striker has scored, Ivan Imbisibwe. The rest of the goals have been spread out. Regan Impande, Alan Okello, I think 2 penalties. I can go on and on. Yasser, what's your opinion? Does this formation continue to help us even when we are playing on Monday? Or would you think it should change a bit? What's your opinion on the setup of the team thus far in the games that we've played?
Well, thank you. For me, I think otherwise, but always it's difficult to change a winning formula. But I would like to see. Anyway, first of all, there's a limitation in creativity in our midfield. That is why we have seen limited goals from a natural striker, and hopefully, for me, I think if we can get more attacking midfielders or more creative midfielders, I don't know who is there to help Watambara, or they should give maybe a role to Watambara, not to be fighting so much like these other defensive midfielders, for him to step back and wait for the ball to give us that creativity. So we are lacking a bit of creativity. That is why we see we've not gotten a goal, or we've just gotten one from Imbisiwe. I think we need someone to help Watambala in the creativity area. Yeah.
It's important to note that the team needs goals, that's for sure. And more important if the goals are coming from a striker. But before I get to Brian, who is a proven goal scorer, guys, with everything that he did in his career? Who paves way for who, especially up front? What would your suggestion be?
Yeah, well, I think my suggestion would be bringing on Yunus up front, or Imbisiwe, one of the two, and then in the mid we bring on Usama Arafat. I think he can give us that creativity, and him too can also score some goals. We have seen him scoring some good goals at KCCA. Yeah.
Okay, so for you believe that maybe Usama's pace and skill maybe on the wing would be very pivotal. Then, of course, a natural striker up front. Let me ask this question to a striker who's proven and done it, been there, done it. Mr. Striker, without any bias, has your department been fairly served, or do you think, as it is now, the team can still continue without a natural striker?
I think I am satisfied right now with the output that our strikers have given. I know most of you are looking at it in form of goal returns, the number of goals these people have, but the role that Jude has played in that system has been very, very vital.
Maybe break it down for us. What role has Jude played there? Maybe that's what people are missing.
I think Jude, because of his size, because of his pace, because he shows presence, he has been selected to lead the line. There was a dramatic shift from Anyama, because Anyama was subdued by the Algerian defenders, and so I think what Coach envisaged was to have a striker who gives a very hard time to these defenders, disturbs
busy
person, keep them busy, so that these players who are following suit have the freedom to recover these balls, have the freedom to actually move about and operate to create chances. And who are these players? The players are Okello, the players are Watambala. All those players have had the freedom to operate in those areas because Jude has managed to I won't say pocket, but keep these defenders of these teams very, very busy with his pace, with his physique, with his presence in the team. So I think it is vital. They say if it is not broken, why do you want to change it?
Don't change it.
Yes, we are playing a 4-3-3 system, and our talisman Okello has managed to thrive in that system, and I think right now that we have issues with a suspension and an injury, that is what we need to look at, the replacements of these two players. And as well, I have spoken about Karim Watambala and his output. His role in the team is to also keep these opponents busy, to have that creative spark, just like Alan Okello, to complement what Okello is doing on the other side. And the output for me right now, I would say, hasn't been so convincing. He has had his time in the team, his moments in the team, but I would like to see more of him because I know what he's capable of doing. I know his potential. He's a very good player, very deadly player. He is a good scorer. He is a good dribbler. He keeps people engaged, and he's a good passer as well. So we want to see all these departments active if we want to go past these the next opponent, which is South Africa. Yes.
Okay, so if it is not broken, don't fix it. Basically, you're insisting that Jude offers something more than just scoring goals.
Yes, and that does not discount the role of other strikers. We have good strikers on the bench waiting on the side to come in. Yunus, very experienced striker, has been doing so well in the league. I think, of course, Jude may not have a good day, and you'll always know that in this tournament we always have a good replacement. You understand? In Yunus, Imbisiwe has already scored. quality goal as well. So I think right now the coach should have that good headache of having 3 quality strikers in the team, and then look at other departments to improve.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I think for you in your department as a midfielder, you've already highlighted the need to have a creative mind going forward. But also, as a midfielder, you know for sure that before the Cranes take on South Africa, and the whole world now knows arguably one of Uganda's best player now at the tournament, in Joel Serunjoji, is suspended and he will not play the game against South Africa. What comes in your head now, Yasser Mugerwa? How would you think the coaches can approach this and put in someone or fill in someone who can ably replace Joel Serunjoji in that game?
For me, about a replacement for Joel, at the moment, we have now a problem because we've not seen many players playing there in this CHAN, and according to the people we have also in the camp, I would say no one will give us what Joel was giving us. Someone who was close to Joel is I think Sebagala still, and who are not sure if he will be ready to play in this game because of the injury we thought he got. But we have some players available. I've been told younger man is training with the team now. We think we hope he's ready to play. We also have maybe Usama, and I also saw Ngonde when he was brought on when Sebagala got injured. I think he tried to play some good football, and he was aggressive as well. I think he can come in and play the same role that Joel was playing, because we need someone against South Africa. We need a player who is going to be aggressive, who is going to be fighting, but as well can use the ball very well, because playing a team like South Africa, to win against them, I think we need to penetrate through the mid, and if we don't have someone who is comfortable with the ball in the midfield, will give us a hard time. So I believe he can come in and give us something that Joel was giving us.
Okay. I think from the perspective of having a very, very solid team, or having a teammate that is having a very good tournament, and that teammate is not available, maybe Brian, you've been more in this situation. I don't want to go back to the Uganda-Kenya game, but obviously that's our reference. When David Obua wasn't available, and at that time arguably was Uganda's best player, and you guys have to figure it out. As someone who's been there, how do you think these players, away from the technical team and the tactics, how do you think these players should approach this kind of situation without Joel in the picture? How do they approach this game against South Africa?
It shouldn't be a pressure game. They should go with a lot of confidence that South Africa is beatable. But as well, I would like to implore or point out the fact that good teams always adapt to the situation. We've had very good midfielders, 2 of them, good ball players, and it's refreshing to see Uganda having such kind of players deep in the midfield who can distribute the ball, pass the ball, get involved in play and push the team forward. Now it is real. Now that you don't have those 2 around, can the team adapt and win a game of football against a very good side? South Africa is a very good technical side, and it would want to hurt us in all aspects by creating overloads in the wings and in the center of the park. So it is up to the coaches now to prepare the team according to the next opponent with what you have.
Yeah, but if you're a player and you're starting on that team, what mindset do you have?
I want to win the game, and it's a do or die for us. We win, either win or go home. It's a crucial game for the team. The whole country is behind you. president is behind you. We wouldn't want to disappoint the whole nation when it matters most. Remember, it is the first time in this tournament that we're having a back-to-back win, registering a 3-0 win as well. You know, we can also go as far as qualifying the Uganda national team to the quarterfinals. So it is your determination to deliver Uganda to that position.
Okay, so both of you guys, I'm so lucky to have these guys on set. Both of these guys played in South Africa at some point in their careers. Brian Umony, SuperSport, then Yasser, Mugerwa, Orlando Pirates, and these are teams that have a lot of reputation in South African football. It's only fair for us to divert a bit and talk about the PSL. Just how I know the PSL is arguably one of the top leagues on the continent, but how have they been able to churn out talent, season in, season out, and also have that consistency as a league for us to refer to them, Yasser, Mugerwa, because you at Pirates, that's an institution that has been there for I don't know how many years. But what do you pick out from the PSL that stands out for you and you're like, this is a unique thing that South Africa has, and that's why they have maybe quality teams like we all know?
Well, for me, I think it is the reserve league that they have. This challenge. Yeah, I think that highlights more because you can see most of the players that don't get a chance to play in the PSL or in the first team, they are always playing in this league. So talent-wise, developing talent, it is helping them, and also the academy basis they have of each club having an academy, an established one with good coaches. I think it stands out for them. That's why they're always having good players and with their style, because for them they have their own style, and they teach it. They teach the boys since when they're just starting. When they're starting, they know how they want to play in the top level. So developing wise, it is helping the PSL and their teams and the national team as well. And
that's why they're at this level.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, of course, for you, at the time you played in the PSL, you are under the stewardship of probably one of the best coaches in South African football, Gavin Hunt, and everything that you did with him. What's your perspective of the PSL, and how do you think they've been able to become better and better and reach the level they're at right now?
Look, there's a lot of superlatives to mention about this league. It is a well-packaged league. The value of the PSL is up there. That means it attracts a lot of money in sponsorships, which trickles down to the clubs as well. Now, if you go to these clubs, all of these clubs are pro clubs.
In every sense of the word.
In every sense, governance, business, and in sporting. In sporting, I could talk about the development system. Every club has an academy set up. That means you're churning out, developing players day in, day out. That means there's a conveyor belt of quality with good coaches and good facilities. That is always present. Now, if you have quality players in the league, that means you're going to play quality football, which attracts a lot of fans. And you've seen most of these teams in Pirates, in Chiefs. Most of these clubs have a fan base that keeps the value, or that keeps money in these clubs. That means the quality players have attracted money into these clubs, and that has proved to be the sustainability factor for these clubs. The development system you've seen, even the players who are playing Chan right now, most of them played for big teams, and right now they are not representing those big teams. There's another batch of players that are playing in the league, in South African league right now. That means there's an array of quality in the league that has been deliberately programmed and developed in the system of the PSL.
But yes, my question before we get to the South Africa team and talk about how we can, stop them on Monday, is you look at this South African team, like Brian has said, they've left a certain number of players back home in the PSL playing. For top teams, Sundowns, Pirates, Chiefs, their A players are not here. But for a team or a nation to have sort of 2 tiers of players, and they can choose which ones they can bring to a tournament like Chan and leave the others home. What does that teach us as Ugandans? What do we pick from that? Because you still have senior players. You have Dolly, you have Rama, you have, Neo is young, but you have all these, players who've been in the PSL and all here. What does that teach us?
It will teach us maybe to make our league more stronger, because in the PSL, I think even if they could pick a team from any team could come here and perform like a national team. Everyone there has quality. You don't just come in and sign for any team in South Africa. So I think if the league is strong, if we could make our league more stronger, maybe that could help us. But look, when you look at our league here now at the moment, you cannot choose maybe, let's say, 3 players that can perform at the same level. You understand? Yeah, you cannot have let's say 3 Joel Serunjoji from our league.
Yet South Africa.
Yes, South Africa can. That comes first through the
quality of the league.
The quality of the league, and then their development. So we also have to work on our development. Good enough, the federation is trying to do that. I think they're trying to learn from South Africa and maybe Algeria, those leagues. Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the real situation. So Uganda takes on South Africa on Monday, but let's look at the South African team. At first, I felt okay when they come to Chan, they will be the team to beat because of the quality that they have. But you can see they've huffed and puffed here and there. We thought maybe they would pick 3 points against Niger. Niger put up a good show. Yep. They only managed a point. What's your analysis of Bafana Bafana so far, Brian?
I wouldn't like to undermine any team, and I'm not going to undermine Bafana Bafana. It is still a very strong side. You've mentioned some of those names. Those are top players who have played at the top level, and it doesn't make them any bad if they have a bad day or they draw against a team determined as Niger. I think it is a team that is very technically gifted, with players who like to pass the ball around, but as well very quick players in transitions as well. They like to create overloads, especially in the wings and in the middle of the park. That means they want to outnumber the opponent in the opponent's half so that they can have extra numbers to score goals. We have a task of undoing that, and it's up to the coaches now to draw a plan. We won't tell them what to do in order to deliver Uganda to the quarterfinals.
Well put and briefly so. Yasser, your take home from Bafana Bafana, and maybe how you think the Cranes can counter against them and get a result.
Yeah, well, I think if you want to get a good result against Bafana Bafana, I think it is, first of all, the players have to believe in themselves. They have to know that everyone is watching. First of all, everyone is watching them, and they should come out and play their best, because look, we've all played against these guys, and we've shown the world that you can do something against them. Personally, what I did against them, you remember, here in Nambole still, I showed that I can destroy them. They should go with this spirit. They should go with that that there's nothing different between the South Africans and then maybe the Guineans and Niger. So everyone is beatable. They can beat them, but they have to go with that belief. No panicking. Go and play all out like the way they played against these other teams, and they should also know. Everyone is watching the market. Now we are in transfers.
Yes.
So anything can happen when you perform very well. So they should go. They should come determined and give all their best. We can win this game.
And then technically, South Africa, how do we stop them?
The way we can stop them, I think, by also keeping the ball. We need to keep the ball because if we are going to give them the ball all the time, they'll like Brian was trying to say, they want to overload you, and they will do that if you give them the ball all the time, and they will punish you. But if you also get time and have the ball, control the ball, we saw when they were playing against Guinea, you could see Guinea was trying to penetrate them through the mid, and they were doing it. Unfortunately, they didn't score, but it was working for them. So if we can do the same thing, we can get the result we want.
Maybe to add on the strategy, just to mention that if you look at South Africa, whenever they are attacking in numbers, their defensive transition is not so good. So we need to exploit that and catch them on the break, counter attack, and expose them, because I know their two center backs are not that very fast.
Rama, I think that's Rama.
Exactly, and Falele.
Yeah, Falele.
And I know them coming like that will also expose a lot of gaps behind in the midfield, first of all, and behind the defenses as well, because the defense will be forced to push to the midfield as well. So I think we should exploit that, but it's about determination to do that. There is this spirit that I always speak on every time. It is called the Ugandan spirit of never say die. That attitude,
especially at Namboli. Uganda
has won those two games against Guinea and Niger because of that spirit. Yes, we had a good display against the same teams, but I know what carried the day was the determination to play and win against those teams. We can do the same against South Africa as well, and that is the spirit that we should carry in the next game before we think about any other strategy. Tugendeyo nga tusibye omutima
nga tumanyi tuyitawo,
abasajja tubakuba tubasobola era tulina okuwangula.
Okay, so that's a breakdown of the Uganda Cranes and South Africa. We couldn't have had any better people to break it down for us. Brian Umony and Yasser Mugerwa. But before we conclude this interview, here's the math. Now, the journey for Uganda Cranes to remain playing at home is as follows. The Cranes have to finish top of Group C. If the Cranes finish top of Group C, they will face the runner-up from Group D. The Group D is the teams that are in Zanzibar. So it's either Sudan or Senegal, whichever. We shall host our quarter-final fixture here at the Mandela National Stadium if we finish top of Group C. If we fall short and finish second in the group, we shall then play our quarter-final at the New Amman Stadium in Zanzibar. And if we progress from there to the semi-final, we shall play our semi-final at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Tanzania. So if the Cranes finish top of Group C and host a quarter-final here, then reach a semi-finals, it will still be played here. So the only game that we shall play away, God willing, is the final, and that will be at the Moi Sports Center Kasarani in Nairobi. Remember, Uganda is also hosting a third match playoff. So if the Cranes go all the way, we could play a quarter-final, a semi-final, and a third match playoff here, or go all the way and win it. So who knows? It's still important for the Cranes to finish top of Group C, is my point. But guys, slightly, as we move away from the Cranes, the churn is happening in Kenya and in Tanzania. Brian Umony, Benny McCarthy effect in Nairobi is being felt across the world. Of course, with what Kenya is doing, they are now top of they already reached the quarterfinals themselves. What's your take on Benny McCarthy and the Harambee Stars?
Top coach, top professional. But the biggest hit he has managed is to pull those players' morale. When you see the Kenyan national team train, it's like the band of brothers with the coaches. There's a lot of smiles, a lot of relaxation in the camp, and I think that is an environment that should be created by coaches. Once you bring that eliminates a lot of pressure off the team. You understand? So that means Benny is absorbing, is soaking up all that pressure of the tournament, of hosting a tournament, and relieving the players of that burden, so that the players can concentrate on playing football solely to win games. And I am not surprised that Kenya is doing so well. Yes, tactically, he's a good tactician. He's a good coach, but he has managed to glue that team together and bring that spirit of brotherhood to the team, to the Harambee Stars. And I think that has made the team tick.
And briefly, Tanzania?
Well, it is a team full of stars coming from a very strong league. And I have a lot of optimism that it is going to go far because of that. The aspect of having very, very good technical, physical, tactical players in the team, yes.
All right, Yasser. Benny McCarthy, Kenya, and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. What's your take? Because both of them are also flying high.
Yeah, well, Tabu, I said earlier in our first, I think, segment about Benny, the same what Brian has said. This is the coach that takes all the pressure for himself, so the players are just enjoying the tournament, and we are seeing the result. Kenya is, I think, also at the top of the table. Yeah, so Benny comes with experience, he comes with the professionalism, he comes with tactical awareness, and the best part of it is giving the players that confidence to go and enjoy and play the football. That is the South African way. They give you the liberty to go and enjoy. So when you have that liberty as a player, definitely you will enjoy and get the result as well. For Tanzania, it is the experience, it is their strong league that is helping them, full of stars in their team, their squad, and they're also working for playing for their fans, because look, these guys, we are also copying it now. You can tell our players also, they are playing for the fans, and whenever you're playing with for the fans, you give all out the determination, and this is giving them the positive result they needed.
Guys, it was a pleasure joining me on pitchside. Superman Brian Umony, the king. Yasser Mugerwa. I guess we'll have to discuss that with the other king.
When this guy is the king.
Okay, we salute. He's a big pitchside guy, but never wants to come through.
Hail the king.
Shout out to David Obua. But it was nice, guys. Thank you for joining me. I won't put you guys to the task to predict how the game will end, but for sure, you have given an insight on how the Cranes can go past South Africa. And the most important thing is that they have to win. Absolutely. They have to win to stay top of the group. They have to win to get the morale and to, and the money. Yeah, and the cash. And also to revenge. Bafana Bafana did some bad things to us at Namble in the AFCON qualifiers recently. So how about we get that revenge back? But guys, we've been here at Kayonza Sports Center on the Wukoto Chisasi Road. That's where you can find Kayonza Sports Center. Get yourself all the quality sports equipment that you need. We have boots, football boots. I mean, we have jerseys, Arsenal, Man United, Spurs, name it, PSG. I'm sitting behind Benjamin Sesko jersey, Ojiraba original. So yeah, pass by, get yourself, this. If you're an Arsenal fan, here you go. Quality material. Yeah, so we're telling you that at Kayonza Sports Center, that's where you get all this quality sportswear and at a very affordable price. So pass by and you'll definitely have a very good experience. Again, keep it pitchside, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, see you at the stadium when the Cranes take on Bafana Bafana, and see you after. Yes, because I'll be pitchside with Yasser Mugerwa doing Inside Chan. Cheers.